either of y'all. Offense is still kind of a work in progress for this team, but tonight, just for y'all, 39 combined, what kind of clicked for both of y'all on that side of the floor?
Just trying to be aggressive. I feel like Angel is our scorer. She does a lot for our team, but we look at her to score, and she does that every night. So this is just her doing what she does. And for me, I'm just trying to be intentional. And just being aggressive. Just trying to help my team out in any way. So tonight to be combined 39, that's great. That's big time. And we're looking forward to the next game.
What kind of did y'all maybe figure out or click in that second quarter? Y'all finally were able to put the clamps kind of down on.
You want this one? One more time.
If y'all in the second quarter, y'all were able to kind of put the clamps on them at that point, create some separation.
Yeah, we defend, and we didn't like how we played defense the first half. Really not too much in the second either. I feel like we had spurts of showing what Ole Miss defense is, but it wasn't a complete game at all. And, we're not okay with that, so we won't go practice and get ready for the next game. Having those spurts of showing it was good, but, again, we got to work on having complete games, 40-minute games of playing Ole Miss defense, making it hard for the opponents, because we defend. So, yeah.
3 games now into kind of your second SEC season. Just how have you seen your game kind of take that next step from how you played last year?
I feel like my role is different this year, so I'm just trying to come out aggressive and set the tone. But just like Maddie said, just being intentional and accepting my role and taking it head on.
Talked this week a lot about growth. Can you feel the momentum building? Is that something that you can feel over the course of the season, that 3-0 in the SEC?
Definitely. I feel like every game we learn something different about our team. I feel like we grow every game. Like Maddie said, we didn't have 40 minutes of the way we wanted to play, but we had moments and glimpses of Ole Miss basketball, so I feel like we're growing in a way.
What did you feel like you learned tonight?
I feel like we learned tonight. Let me see. I need a second. I just feel like we learned that, we can take somebody's best hit. I feel like Vandy came out swinging, and then we took the hit, and then we was able to still keep rolling, for sure.
Angel, you had 20 in the first half. Just when did you start knowing it was clicking, and how did that kind of feel?
When the first one went in, I was like, okay. The second one, I'm like, oh yeah, it's time.
Any other questions for Maddie or Angel?
I guess just coming off the emotions of what that game on Sunday always brings when y'all two play, but being able to kind of come out and I guess handle that and get this win the way y'all did, what does that kind of say about this team that's still, I guess, meshing in certain areas?
Yeah, we're still meshing in certain areas. We're still growing every day, every practice, every game. We're still figuring stuff out. It's a process, but everybody's embracing that process, which is great. I think the biggest thing that's being shown is how hungry we are. Yes, it's great to go 2-0, the past game, and now 3-0 get this game. But we're looking forward to the next game. We're going to watch this film, grow, get better, but we're trying to go 4-0. That's the goal. Every game to improve and get better, together and get the win.
Maddie, you said Angel is y'all's scorer. Just how much confidence does it give the rest of the team when you see her as hot as she is?
Hey, it gives everybody confidence. Her facial expressions after the shot is the best part. She hits that 3 and she makes that face, we know it's go time, and we know we got to match that energy. That's what she does for us. The energy is just on 10, and that's how we know it's time to go, let's play Ole Miss basketball.
Anything else? Great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.